I really need to get myself to work on a little bit of game dev every day. Lately, I've been so wrapped up with preparing for the GRE and planning content for the summer class that I'm teaching, that I end up taking breaks from game development that are much too long for my liking. But we're to a point where we can actually start making levels now, so here's a little bit about what's been done this year. The most time-consuming part of this whole process has just been working on the level editor. The game itself is pretty simple, and if I had decided to just have everyone use Mappy or Tiled or something, we might have a shippable game already. But the original version of Finn and Kit had a level editor, and I loved having access to level editors in games when I was a kid, so there's a level editor implemented in the main Finn and Kit program as well. Finn and Kit is built in C++ with SDL2 and Lua. Over time, I have been developing my Cuoco framework, which handles all the common code for my games, like states and asset management, user interface stuff, config files, and translation files. As I've continued developing Finn and Kit's level editor, I've added onto and tweaked parts of Cuoco to create what I need. Right now I have builds for Linux and Windows, but I should be able to build it for Mac and Android once I get around to it. So here's what we have so far. So this is the most recent version of our level editor. It has a nice, cleaner looking UI than before. You can also collapse that if you just want to view the whole screen. We have the obstacles, trinkets, extra life, everything that can be placed on the screen in one section of this tab now. Now items can be set, have different behaviors per item rather than each item has one behavior. So you're free to make everything act completely differently. We can test that. Whee! And we can go back. I'll erase those. I've also added different backgrounds and different waves, though these are all kind of temporary art assets. We'll probably end up making these a lot more polished looking in the future. We also have different item sizes, so if you have, let's have 3 starfishes, and you can have 150% bigger, 50% smaller. You can also set the different background music. Right now it's all royalty-free music from Incompetech, but we'll be replacing that with unique music later on. I just wanted to have something to kind of present a feel if I'm demoing it anywhere. And then we have the level in marker, which eventually won't be something that moves, it'll just be like if you hit anywhere in this vertical region, you'll be done with the level. So, let's make a really small level together. Okay, so let's start out assuming, we're gonna introduce the player to some character movement. So, starfish are friendly, let's just have one go left and right and one go up and down. And maybe they'll, notice that going on. We can kind of get used to it. Oh, that looks weird. So they know that there can be moving items. I don't know. I'm not much of a game designer as far as like level design. I just kind of do trial and error until something feels okay. So this is not going to be an amazing level. Just because I'm not great at this. I've never been one who's like, oh yeah, I'm great at balancing stats and things. So that's probably why I haven't really worked on an RPG, because that would be like just so much stat balancing. And then you get some friendly fish. We'll just have them do that. Oops. Now that was a glitch. It just kind of disappeared. So that's good. I don't know where that fish went to, but we'll worry about that later. We'll just have a couple happy jumping fish. And go ahead and test that again just to make sure it looks okay. And I forgot to put the debug box off of these characters, but we're going to be using the debug boxes anyway. Oh, now there's the big fish. Get rid of that. And okay, so then we'll start adding enemies. So they're like, okay, here's just a simple hawk. It's just going to go straight. Maybe we'll make another one that goes in a sine wave afterwards, so you kind of know, don't touch that. We can put this dude down here, going up and down. We need to start jumping over stuff. Maybe we'll put a star above, so that, oops, no, we'll put him back there. Up and down, star will just stay there, so you kind of know, oh, you have to jump over the eel. Let's put I don't know, some butterflies. And I'm going to make them move randomly, which I wouldn't really advise for a level. That's just up to you. Because your score depends on avoiding enemies and collecting all of the trinkets, but that's just there if someone wants to make a level that sucks. Okay, so then maybe we could have a faster hawk now. So this one is going to be faster than just the normal speed, so maybe we can have a couple of them, and I don't know what else. Make a really big shark. And I don't know. Okay, there's apparently a bug with the scaling thing. I don't know what else. We could do... make him do jumpy type thing too. And angry turtle dude. Can't see him very good down there. I might have to reposition him better. Let's do some more air stuff because I want to have circle items. So you need to jump over the shark, so collect your circle-y starfish in order to do that. And now let's test it. So I can play with the arrow keys, or I can click on these guys, and I don't think that the program likes running a whole lot with record my desktop also running. So there's the flying dude, and these guys are moving faster than just the static hawk. And here, this is, don't get hit by the shark. Here's another static hawk. There's a gigantic shark and the circle things. I don't know if I can jump over gigantic. Okay, I can jump over gigantic shark. Here, let's just put a little extra life here. Again, it's not a great level, it's not very polished, but we can put a flag all the way at the end. I can also, let's see, use the arrow keys to scroll. At the moment, I should probably fix that so it doesn't scroll so fast, but we'll put that there. Save, test. So I can grab that heart. It's kind of rotating a little funny, I'll have to fix that. It went away whenever I got hit by that hawk. I might update the side-scrolling items too. And so we have a shark we jumped over, we have our random butterflies, and Finn hit the eagle, so let's try that again. We'll just be cautious, we don't need to get a max score right now. We'll just hang out down here, go away, hawks. We'll just try to strategically jump over the eel and the shark, and we can just pass right under that hawk and grab some stars, and then we are done with the level, but we didn't get full credit because we didn't collect all the trinkets. So that's pretty much how the level editor works right now. What's next? Well, I need to animate the obstacles and the trinkets so that they're not just static images while they move around the screen. I want to add more environment themes and clean up the art for them as well. I need to get somebody to write some original tunes for the game that sound appropriately beachy. We're going to add a simple cutscene system in the game to put into story mode. And the Moo team needs to build a series of levels for the first world so we can put a demo out there. Thanks for following the development of Finn and Kit. I'll make another video after the next development milestone, and if you have any questions about the programming or other development topics in the meantime, let me know.